everyone, Sam Davidson here with MEA Worldwide, and we are here at the world premiere of Netflix's newest original movie, Horse Girl, starring Alison Brie, and was also written by her as well. We are going to be talking to the cast and producers. Stay tuned. So I know that originally the script never had dialogue, so as the process continued, it still never had dialogue.
No, until we made it. And it was interesting because when we had the master shot, that's when the dialogue would be created, and some things would work and some things wouldn't work, and so we slowly honed in on the stuff that would work, and then when we went in for coverage, and they were setting up for it, the script supervisor would come over with a Christmas present, and be like, "Here are the sides with your dialogue." And it was the stuff that we had just said,
So, I mean, in a way, would you compare that at all to doing improv turned into a script?
Yeah. That's a fair assessment of it. Yeah.
So, tell me what you feel is the most unique part of this project.
I think the cast performances are incredible, and just the tone, the ride you go on with these characters that you get really invested in, and all the twists and turns and the humor. I think that's a really unique factor of it too.
And what way do you think audiences will really connect with these characters, even though it's kind of an abstract story?
I think hopefully everyone can see a little of themselves in Sarah and kind of relate to what she's going through. I think the idea of not being able to trust your own brain and your own mind is a thing that hopefully everyone can kind of dig into and relate to, and kind of see vicariously how her journey ends up.
Was this quite a different experience for you than you're used to in your TV shows and movies that you do?
Yeah, it was definitely. I've never worked under this process. I actually have sort of spoken with a lot of my friends in different fields in the industry, and the way that Baena particularly approaches this and this sort of format is actually pretty specific to him. There is more of a free-form method that people go through, and his is very specific to him. And he and Alison had it really locked in, not only having written it and conceptualized it together, but having worked together a couple times in this format. So that initially was daunting, and then the second that I got on set with them, they were so disarming and so confident and casual and empowering. And I think the reason that it is so structured and so fleshed out in terms of where the conversations are going, what the objectives are, and what the story is so that when we go in, it can really feel like our voice.
I'm very excited to see the film just because I know how personal this is to you. Is your mom here? Has she seen it?
My mom is not here, and she has not seen it, so in her face. No, my mom's not here. Sundance is very hectic, and the movie comes out next Friday, February 7th, and I sort of thought she should wait and experience it on her own. I guess I was a little nervous to watch it with her because while it does contain some personal details about her mother and her childhood, I guess, it's a real departure. I think honestly, when I've talked to my mom many times, I did a lot of interviews with her about her mother as we were writing it, but then also since we've completed it, I've had a lot of other talks with her being like, the movie is an artistic expression. It's not a literal translation of my mother's life or my life. So I just want her to be prepared because there certainly are some weird things that happen in the movie.
So, what really attracted you to this project? And you ever been pitched a project where there's a script with no dialogue like this before?
Yeah, because this is my fourth movie with Jeff Baena, so I'm used to it already. And it's sort of the way Larry David does Curb. He has it all in his head, and he says, say something like this, and then we'll put it in the movie. One of the things, I'll say that again. The one thing that makes any actor really comfortable is knowing that you're in capable hands, and Jeff Baena is really smart and good, and I know that he has the movie in his head. So if he says, go in and say something like this, and if it works, he'll take it, and if not, he'll say, let's try it again. So it's fun, and it's almost like a little traveling circus now. This is the fourth movie I made with him, the third time working with third time playing Alison's father, which must mean something.
Yeah.
I should have embarrassing pictures of her as a baby or something.
Were you given kind of a warning when you received the script that there's not going to really be any dialogue and we're just going to do it as we go?
Yeah, I fully knew that was the way it was going to be. I knew Jeff worked like that before, and in the meeting we talked about that.
Yeah.
But I was comfortable with it. I'd done a bunch of improv, used to do it in Chicago for years and in New York, so I actually really enjoyed it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so what was it like working with Alison, side by side, because as she also created this story, but, she's working with you there?
I mean, I'm a big fan, and she's so good. So it was, there were like really intense scenes we'd have together, and she would make me feel really comfortable in them. And also, I would just be in awe of her because she goes 0 to 100 real fast. Then we'd say cut, and then she'd be back to normal again. And it's like, whoa, this is a pro.
So tell me a little bit about how you were initially pitched this project and what you thought when you first read the script.
I thought, wow, this is definitely a psychological thriller that incessantly puts the audience kind of at unease. Like, do we know what's going on with, it's kind of abstract versus reality kind of thing. And then obviously working with Jeff Baena, his style, the kind of David Lynchy take he has on it. My character, the whole idea is he works at Enterprise Rent-A-Car and has a side rap hustle. So that style of the improv, Jeff just kind of allowed me to freestyle. And then the cast is incredible. Alison and Debby and John Reynolds, and the list goes on.
And how would you describe the vibe on set, since it really was so creative and in the moment?
Whimsical and genius. Because honestly, Jeff is a genius. He'll just come up with things like, it was awesome. It really was.
So tell me a little bit about this collaboration process with Alison and, how it's different than what you've done before.
Mainly that I've never collaborated with anyone before in something I'm directing. I've written with people before in something I'm not directing, so that was a brand new experience for me. And also having her, who is the actress, the main lead of the movie, being there from the beginning was really helpful, so that when we are shooting, she knows exactly where we're going and where everything's coming from. And yeah, she was like an amazing partner to work with.
We have had an amazing time here at the world premiere of Horse Girl here at the Sundance Film Festival. We hope that you all have enjoyed these interviews. If you'd like to see more like them, please download our app for free, go to our website, or subscribe to our YouTube channel. We'll see you next time.